तो जय गुरुदेव। आज ब्रेथ और हेल्थ के बारे में मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ। तो कौन सी भाषा अच्छी रहेगी, हिंदी या इंग्लिश? एनी लैंग्वेज इज गुड, फैंटास्टिक। सो you know what we think about health is only physical health, but more important than physical health is the mental health, and more important than the mental health is the spiritual health. Correct? Why it is more important, I want to tell you, is that first the problem starts in your spirit, then it appears on your mind, and later on it appears on your body. Now if you see every doctor, specifically the homeopath doctors, or if you see the great thinkers of the world who are recent or who are ancient, all of them have together said one thing, that आप जैसा सोचते हो वैसा हो जाता है. The way you think, it happens. The secret behind this is this whole universe and also your body has been created by your thoughts. Correct?
Picture has in your mind.
Yes, your everything that you see is actually a projection of your mind. आप जो कुछ भी देखते हो वो आपके मन में घटित हो रहा है. जैसे आपको मैं दिखाई दे रहा हूं, तो आपको मैं कहां दिखाई दे रहा हूं? कहां हूं मैं? यहां नहीं. मैं, मेरी छवि, मेरी तस्वीर, मेरा जो पिक्चर चल रहा है वो आपके दिमाग के अंदर बन रहा है. तो जो कुछ भी हो रहा है, जो आप टेस्ट करते हो, जैसे मेरे कपड़े का रंग ब्लू है, तो जैसा दिखता है वो चीज वैसी होती ही नहीं, क्योंकि इसके अंदर ब्लू कलर छोड़ के सब कलर है. इस वजह से जो सूरज की रोशनी के या ये लाइट के जो कलर्स है वो इसको हिट करके आपकी आंख की तरफ वापस आ रहे हैं, और ब्लू कलर आपको रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है. बराबर है? तो इस कुर्ते में ब्लू कलर छोड़ के हर कलर है, इस वजह से ये आपको ब्लू दिखाई दे रहा है. एक पत्ते में हरे रंग को छोड़ के हर रंग है, इसके लिए आपको हरा रंग दिखाई दे रहा है. ये साइंटिफिकली प्रूव्ड है. तो इसका अर्थ ये हुआ कि जो कुछ भी है वो हमारे दिमाग में है, और जो हमें दिखाई देता है वैसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. तो हमारा दिमाग अगर स्वस्थ ना हो तो बहुत जल्दी हमारे शरीर को छोटे में छोटा बहाना मिल जाएगा बीमार होने के लिए. समझो यहां पे हम हेल्थ क्लब में आए हैं, ये हेल्थ क्लब में हमारा जो स्वागत हुआ है, यहाँ पे आप पानी पियो, आप पियो, आप पियो, हम सब ने पानी पिया. इसमें से एक आदमी बीमार हो जाएगा और डॉक्टर कहेगा कि पानी पीने की वजह से आप बीमार हो गए. पानी तो हमने सब ने एक ही जैसा पिया. हमको कोई मच्छर काट लेता है, हम सबको मच्छर काटेगा, लेकिन रोग डेंगू वगैरह होना है वो एक ही को होगा, बाकी सबको नहीं होगा. डॉक्टर इसका कारण देते हैं कि हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम स्ट्रांग है, दूसरे का इम्यून सिस्टम वीक है. बराबर है? ये इम्यून सिस्टम जो है ये बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करता है हमारे ब्रेन पे, हमारे विचार पे, और विचार हमारे स्पिरिट पे डिपेंड करते हैं. अब हमारी स्पिरिट क्या है? जिससे हम बने हुए हैं, जिस चीज से ये पूरा संसार और हमारा शरीर और हमारा मन बना हुआ है, वो चीज क्या है? वाइब्रेशंस. और आपके शरीर के वाइब्रेशंस को कौन चलाता है? आपकी सांस. एक साधारण बात है कि आप इस पृथ्वी पर आए हो, आप कितने साल जियोगे ये टाइम कहीं भी लिखा नहीं गया, लेकिन आप कितनी सांस लोगे ये जरूर लिखा गया है. एक कछुआ 4 मिनट में एक सांस लेता है. बराबर है? 400 साल, 250 साल, 200 साल जीता है. एक कुत्ता, एक डॉग जो रहता है, कैसे सांस लेता है? सो he lives for 10 or 12 or 15 years.
Athletics, they are living, see, athletics also doing very high.
Yeah, athletics don't live longer
That-
because they breathe a lot. Nowadays, there is by what you have said, I have remembered one more thing, that nowadays there is a new madness about cardio exercise. It actually makes you go mad. One more thing I have remembered, that before 9.5 years, a pair of psychiatrists from Paris got a Nobel Prize. They got a Nobel Prize for one simple reason. They say that you become angry and you breathe like this. No. You breathe like this so you become angry. The way you breathe, your nature becomes that way. The way you breathe, your health, your body also becomes in that particular way. Your breath is directly connected to your health, to your lifespan, to your nature, and if I don't want to shock you, even the way you look. It also depends on the way you breathe. There was a super person known as Clinary. Clinary was a photographer, a simple photographer. One day he was using a very sensitive lens. He prepared a sensitive lens on his own. And accidentally he clicked the picture of his hand. And on his hand, the ring finger, he found that there is a black line around the ring finger. So he found that there is light around all his fingers, but the light around the ring finger is gone black. After 4.5 months of that clicking of picture, he got hurt in his ring finger and the ring finger rotted. So he found out that this light that he sees is known as the aura. Aura, which is mentioned in the Bible, which has been seen in ancient caves in Australia, and which has been mentioned in the Hindu scriptures as Abha, is nothing but your mind. Illness comes into your mind first, but it comes into your mind via your breath. If you have a shallow breathing, it creates fear in you. And this fear is then appeared in your mind as fear. If it prolongs, it becomes a phobia. And then it can give you each and every problem that you want in life or you don't want in life. In the same way, your breath, let us do a small experiment. That your breath, your mind, and your body are very well connected. Let us cross our legs and our hands. Let us cross and see how the breath is. And let us open them.
Easily.
And how is it? It's much more easier. And again, let us cross our hands and legs. And I will tell you that, the medical science says that whatever we see happens to us. We belong to whatever we see. We become like whatever we see. Let us open our hands, and let me tell you that the modern science, the medical science says that we become like what we see. We are associated with what we see. Which one was easier? With open hands it was easier. One more thing, if you put your hands like this and see how your breath is and how you understand what I say, and when you turn your hands, see how your breath is and how you understand. Now turn them over and see how you can understand things. So these are small things that every religion prescribes, that you must not keep your hands towards the ground. You must not cross your hands or legs while you are in front of your guru, or when you are in front of a knowledgeable person. You will miss getting the knowledge. You must not sleep even with your legs crossed. Never in the night you must sleep with your legs crossed. You must not yawn in the presence of a person who is more knowledgeable than you. What is yawning?
But it is involuntary movements. We cannot control it.
Yeah, they are involuntary movements, and they have become involuntary movements.
Sneezing just like that.
Sneezing is an involuntary movement, you can do it. But when you are yawning, you have to keep your hand in front. When you are doing it in front of a person who is more higher energy than you. I totally understand your point. How have this habits like crossing your hands, crossing your legs, keeping your palms closed become involuntarily? By the lifestyle that we live, by the way we breathe. If you remove any old scripture, there is one thing common in every scripture. If it is the scripture of Vidya, I hope everyone knows what is Vidya. Vidya is, who am I, what am I, where am I, who is God, who made this world, how is this world sustained, how will this world come to an end, जिससे आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, by which you will attain nothing, is known as Vidya. All the scriptures of Vidya, they start with a prayer, because it is beyond your capacity to understand what is written in it.
No, sir. Buddha and Mahavira,
They all kept their hands like this.
they crossed the ocean.
Yeah, and all the books of Vidya and Avidya, after the prayers, they start with a question. But if you see all the scriptures very closely, they were written in poetic form. The way you communicate changes the pattern of your breath. Have you seen some people when they speak, it is poetry. So rhythmatic they are. Am I right? Wrong? Right? So, our breath is very important because it controls our mind, it controls our body, and it controls our life, even our lifespan. Our breath is so important that if we can correct our breath, we can correct our health, we can correct our nature, and we can be in total charge of our mental, physical, and spiritual health. How to correct our breath? For that, we'll come directly to the point what I want to teach you right now. How to correct our breath. Before that, do you have any objection or questions to whatever I have said? Thank you. Now we will move ahead to see how to correct our breath. To learn how to correct our breath, we must first know what is our breath. Our breath is the rhythm of our body. The way we breathe, our body will vibrate in that rhythm. So in Sanskrit, one of the words used for breath, swas or swar, means rhythm. Swar means rhythm. There are few more words connected to the word swar, like the word sur. Sur means devta. People who are in rhythm with the nature are angels. Their life is like angels and they are immortal. And people who are not in rhythm with the world are called asur. They are the demons. And they are in harmony with the nature. I totally agree to your point that many things in our body and in our mind have become involuntarily, which were not before. Because before, we were in tune with the nature. What we wore, what we ate, was totally in tune with the nature. You know, never we wore anything except cotton. You know, never we worn anything which was stitched. Never. No man, no woman wore any cloth which was stitched. We used to have upavastram and dhoti. Correct? Everything which has changed the pattern of our breath. And in return, we have changed our mind and we have changed our body. We have decreased our lifespans. Our body cannot take simple heat. We require air condition, we require fan. In the olden days, fans were only used by the kings. There was a person who would, that was a manual thing. Now, none of us can live without a fan or a physical help from AC, fan, heaters. We need hot water to take bath. We forget that in our body, we have a personal AC. AC. We have a personal heater. And we have a personal air purifier, which is our nose. Every time we breathe in from the left nostril, cold waves, cold rhythm or the feminine rhythm enter our body. Every time we breathe in from the right nostril, hot rhythm, hot waves enter our body.
Because of the Chandranadi and
Chandranadi and Suryanadi. Your left nostril is connected to the right brain. And your right nostril is connected to your left brain. All the nerves from the brain go zigzag up till your navel. And from your navel they again go zigzag. When you breathe from your left nostril, your right brain is active. At that very time, if you eat your food, if you drink your water, your immune system is very strong. No health problem can touch you. At the same time, when you breathe from your right nostril and you pass out your stool, your urine, never any health problem can come to you, because major problems of the health are not only connected to your mind but also your stomach. How many of you know that the Hindus, they wear a thread which is known as janau? You know that? Yeah. Nowadays, Hindus are very ashamed to wear it. Parsis are still wearing it. Parsi religion also has janau. Very few people know that. Now, when you take that janau and you go to the loo, you wrap it around your right ear. What? What do we do? Why do we do it? I am one person who has not followed any ritual with my eyes closed. I asked my grandfather, I asked my father that we are Brahmkshatriya, we have to wear a janau. They put a janau on me when I was a kid. And they said that you must do this 3 times, 3 rounds. When you go to the loo, when you go to the toilet. I asked my grandfather what is the cause of it. He was a very honest man, a freedom fighter. So he said that I don't know, but probably I feel that because the clothes which are hanging down will not be dirty. I said, you wear a kurta. My father does not wear a kurta, he wears a shirt. Why will his clothes become dirty? Why does he need to wear a janau? He said, because in olden days everyone would wear long clothes. I said, that is also wrong. In olden days people would wear a upavastram. Upavastram, you can easily roll it over your neck. Still you don't need a janau to hold it up. So he said, I feel this is the reason. Whenever you feel there is another reason, you please tell me. Unfortunately, I found out the reason when he was no more. This rolling of the thread helps you to activate your right nostril. And the activation of right nostril helps you in the proper bowel movement. In old age, we have seen that people have a problem with their digestion. Most of the people don't have clean stomach, and very few, but yes, they have constant loose motions. That is because we have forgotten the use of janau. Now I totally understand that few of you must be thinking that sometimes you wear 3 threads, sometimes you wear 6 threads. Before marriage, you wear 3 threads. After marriage, you wear 6 threads. And once when your wife does not exist, you wear 3 threads again. And in the end, when you become a brahmachari, a sannyasi, where you renounce your house, when you go to the jungle, you don't even live into the ashram, you break the janau, throw it under a tree or water or river, and then you move around like a small baby who does not have a jana. There are reasons behind it. There are reasons behind 3 threads. There are reasons behind 6 threads. And then there are reasons behind 3 more threads, which is again connected to your breath and your nadis. That I will come to in little time. And I will try and explain to you the total science of your breath. Now, we saw what are the benefits of eating in the left nostril and what are the benefits of, urinating or passing stool in right nostril. In India, and only in India, nowhere in the world is divine assumed as a woman. And in India, and nowhere except in India, is divine assumed as Ardhanarishwar, half man, half woman. Isn't it surprising? How could someone think of an image, and that too an image of a god which is half masculine and half feminine? Shiva and Parvati, Ardhanarishwar.
And Swami Samartha.
Many, Radha Krishna. How could we imagine? Even before the Vedic Yuga, even before the Vedas were written, there were scriptures which were known as Agam Shastra. The concept of Ardhanarishwar is from the Agam Shastra. If someone must be knowing about Sri Vidya, there also is the concept of Raj, Rajeshwari. Rajeshwari is the feminine and Raj is the masculine. And it is even more surprising that the left portion is feminine and the right is masculine. Every time you breathe in and out from your right nostril, you are masculine. Every time you breathe in and out from your left nostril, you are a feminine. This Ardhanarishwar, this Swami Samar, this Radha Krishna, this Raj Rajeshwari is nowhere but within you. You are that. You are the Shiva and you are the Shakti. There is no other Shiva or no other Shakti except you. It is within your body. I tell you a small thing, that not conceiving is also a health problem. We are into an age, we are into a time where we can't blame it on a woman or on your faith or on God that you are not conceiving. It is a medical problem. And I want to be bold enough to tell you that science does not know what the Agamis and the Nigamis knew even before the Vedic Yuga. If man and woman are together as husband and wife, and if both are breathing from the left nostril, there will be no conceiving. If both are breathing from the right nostril, there will be no conceiving. If the man is breathing from the left nostril and the woman is breathing from the right nostril, there will be no conceiving. Only if the man is breathing from the right nostril and the woman is breathing from the left nostril, there will be conceiving. Again, there are conditions to it. Your breath is not as simple as left and right. There is one more breath, the Sushumna Nadi, the center channel. When you breathe from both your nostril, or suddenly one nostril, suddenly another, suddenly one, suddenly another, time in a few minutes or a few seconds your nostrils are dancing. That is also known as Sushumna Nadi. That also creates a health problem for you. Not only that, Hindus have muhurats of 1.5 hours. Generally, 1.5 hours your right nostril is active, 1.5 hours your left nostril is active. And it is said that when the muhurat is changing, whether it is a good muhurat or a bad muhurat, for 1.5 minutes when the muhurat is changing, exactly not 1.5 hours but 96 minutes. But exactly in 96 minutes when the muhurat is changing, for 1.5 minutes you can't do anything because both your nostrils are working. When you sleep in night, 1.5 hours one nostril works, 1.5 hours another nostril works. In between that, for 1.5 minutes both nostril works. That is the time when you are peacefully sleeping, when you are in Shushupti Avastha. Welcome. That is the time when you are in Shushupti Avastha, and in this Shushupti Avastha you get proper sleep. Sleep. If you don't get 1 hour of Shushupti Avastha in the night, where there is no dreams, next day you become ill. Next day you become tired. Next day you have a health problem. Sometimes it happens that you sleep for 7 hours and 8th hour is the Shushupti Avastha, when both the nostrils are working and you are sleeping without dreaming. That is the Brahm Muhurat, or just 1 hour before the Brahm Muhurat. Have you seen that you take half an hour to sleep, correct? Sometimes you sleep for 6 hours, means half an hour you take to sleep, and 6 hours more, means 6.5 hours, and you are fresh. And sometimes you sleep for 7 hours and still you feel that I need to sleep more, I have not slept proper. Sometimes you just sleep for 3 hours and you are fresh, and sometimes you sleep for 7 hours and you feel that I need to sleep for 1 hour more, half an hour more, I am not fresh. Has someone experienced this without crossing your hands and legs? Yeah? Yeah, very good. That is because your sleep pattern is of 1.5 hours connected to your nostril. If you want to sleep, count the first half an hour as gone, because you take half an hour to fall asleep. After that, you can sleep for 1.5 hours, 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 6 hours, then 7.5 hours. So people say that 8 hours of sleep is necessary for a person. Half an hour you take to sleep and another 7.5 hours. That completes your sleep. Do you all agree? It's again connected with your breath. If you
some patients having a sinus problems or sometimes nose blowing.
Yeah.
So that I've seen. How can we adjust that?
Yeah. How can you adjust your left and right nostril? You mean to say that?
Yeah.
When you sleep towards your left side, you breathe from your right nostril because your left lung is punctured. It's pressed. So whenever you are unwell, see, whether you are well or unwell, it is best to use your left nostril throughout the day. And it is best to use your right nostril throughout the night. To have a healthy body, to have a healthy mind, and to have a healthy spirit. So it is better to sleep towards your left side. Best is to sleep on your back. If you read the scriptures, in the scriptures it is said that a rogi sleeps on his left side. So the right nostril is active and your health is corrected. A happy person sleeps on his right side and next day he is very ill. So, a yogi sleeps on his left. A bhogi sleeps on his right or on his stomach. A sukhi sleeps on his right and a yogi sleeps on his back. Few days after practice of sleeping on your left side, you can automatically sleep on your back. Then the whole night your right nostril will be active and the whole day your left will be active.
What about this 1.5 hours? One nostril, 1 hour.
That is for commoners who don't know the science of breath. But for people who know the science of breath, it is good to have the left nostril active the whole day and the right nostril active the whole night.
How it is possible?
It is possible by some simple exercises. I will tell you that if we have time, and I will make you learn that exercises. If I give you the names, I think so they are very common exercise, you will know them. One thing, if you press, there is a hole over here below your knee. If you press that knee, if you press that point, automatically your opposite nostril starts working. There is a hole over here. If you press that hole inside, yeah, see, immediately your opposite, behind, there is a hole. If you put your finger inside that hole and press it hard, your opposite nostril will start working. Second is, you must have seen the Egyptians doing this. This is the Nag Mudra. If you do it like this, your right nostril will be active. If you do it like this, your left nostril will be active. If you cross it like this, right will be active. If you cross it like this, left will be active. Very simple thing is, in the night, if you are sleeping, you might be taking a pillow and a blanket. If you consider the pillow as the lap of your divine or your guru, and if you consider the blanket as his or her grace, automatically the breath will work the way the breath has to work. There is an ancient science which is known as Shiv Swaroday, the science of breath, in which Lord Shiva says that it is good to have left nostril 1.5 hours and right nostril for 1.5 hours. And that too how? There are paksha, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. The first 3 days of Shukla Paksha, which are known as Pratipad, Dvij and Trij, Dutiya or Tritiya. During the first 3 days of Shukla Paksha, for 1.5 hours from the sunrise, your left nostril is active. Then next 1.5 hours, your right is active. Then next 1.5 hours, your left is active. Then next 1.5 hours, your right is active. And then the next 3 days, that is the Chauth or Chaturthi or Sankashti, Panchami and Shashti, the 4th, 5th and the 6th date, for 1.5 hours, from sunrise, the right is active first and the left is active second. And in the Krishna Paksh, it is opposite. And if the breath is flowing without following this rule in the opposite nostril, and for 8 days continuously your breath is irregular, then there are 8 types of unhappiness or 8 types of problems that you will face. First is your mind will become restless. Third is you will face a loss. Fourth is that you will start a movement to recover what you have lost. Fifth is that your health will go haywire. Sixth is your faith will break. Seventh is that you will lose every damn thing that you have, even your knowledge. And eighth is death. And he is very scientific in quoting what he is saying. There is a very deep meaning to it. So, it is so amazing. Just we have known the 2 patterns of breath, the left nostril and the right nostril. Yet we have to see the Sushumna Nadi. Yet we have to see the nadis of the body, the Ida, Pingla, Sushumna and the other 24 important nadis. There are 3,52,000 nadis in our body. Yet we have to see the 5 tattvas in the breath. So, everyone is clear about the left and the right nostril. The whole day, Shiva says that 1.5 hour rule is very good. But the whole day, if left is active, and the whole night, if the right is active, it is excellent. It is not just very good, it is excellent. But, if I want to move this table, if I want to shift this table, and if I am breathing from physical problem, I will have a health problem with that. I will, have a catch in my waist or my leg. Because it is not a woman's job to lift heavy vehicles, heavy articles. If I want to drive a car, and if I am breathing from my left nostril, I may be causing trouble to other people driving or to myself. So right nostril is necessary when you want to fight, when you want to lift heavy items. If you want to give out garbage, there is a foul smell coming from the garbage. That foul smell can make you sick. But if I am breathing from my right nostril and then I lift the garbage and give it, that foul smell cannot cause a harm to my mind, body or spirit. Do you get my point? So left and right nostril, choice of left and right nostril has to be the choice of a man and a woman. Everything you want to do as a woman must be done in left nostril. If you want to do business, if you want to impress your clients, if you want to convince your clients, if you want to look attractive, if you want to look peaceful, if you want to love someone, left nostril. If you want to fight, if you want to move heavy objects, if you want to carry them, if you want to drive, if you want to abuse, if you want to bargain, if you want to fight a court case, right nostril. If you are unwell and you want a quicker recovery, you must breathe through your right nostril. We swallow pills, correct? We take water with pills. And nowadays I am seeing something very dangerous. People are taking cold water, drinking cold water with pills, medicines. it activates your left nostril. If you have a medicine activating your left nostril, it is not going to affect your body. Every work you do with left nostril enhances your energy and your higher chakras. Everything you do with your left nostril puts your energy down. That is also important. Just keeping your energy higher is not necessary. It can also make you sick. So whenever you want to take a medicine, whenever you are unwell, you must breathe through your right nostril. Correct? Now, many people must have come and spoken about how many breaths per minute or seconds and this and that, and I don't want to speak on all that. How many heartbeats per minute, everyone knows that. This is the health library. What I want to tell you is about the tattvas. There are 5 main elements and 108 elements existing on this planet. Everyone agrees? This is as per the modern science. Yes, I do agree that the Veda says that 5 main elements and 25 elements. Modern science is saying 4 main elements and 108 elements. Because modern science does not consider ether as element, main element. But spirituality, Hinduism considers breath or the space as the main element.
Elements means
The tattvas, the Panch Mahabhutas.
Yes, Agni, Akash, Jal.
Yes, yes. Jal is not an element. The real name for the element is Aap, that is liquid. When you say Jal, it is water. Aap is liquid. Liquid is an element. Agni is not an element. Tej is the element. I am telling you because when you tell your body activate Jal Tattva will not be activated. If you say activate Agni Tattva will not be activated. You have to give proper instructions because your mind is very old. Your consciousness is very old. Your consciousness knows the original words, the original language, Apa Tattva and Teja Tattva. Tej is not fire, Tej is light. Fire is another element but a sub-element. Water is another element but a sub-element, not the main element. So your body and everything that you see on this planet or any planet on this universe or any universe is created out of 5 elements. And elements are created out of the major element which is known as Akash Tattva. There are 3 actually main types of Akash and 7 types of Akash. Chidakash, Chitakash and Bhutakash. Chidakash is the vibrations. Chitakash is the mental sky, and when the people living in the mental sky start believing themselves to be real, it becomes the Bhutakash. Because whatever we are seeing, all this is actually in a dream, in a thought of someone. A millions and zillions of lifetimes is just a pure thought. Someone is dreaming, and we are the characters of his or her dream. So, when everything is created by thought, everything can be affected by a thought. And what is affecting the thought? The Chidakash, the vibrations, the breath, the sur. So, thought created the world and vibrations created the thoughts. Thoughts created the world and the thoughts were created by
Vibration.
So your breath and mind are connected because your breath is the vibration which affects your thoughts and thoughts affect your body. The way you breathe, the same way you will think. Now about the tattvas. there are 24 main nadis out of 3,52,000 nadis in your body. Nadis does not only mean nerves. Your aura, your mind is also made up of nadis, the channels. Now these channels, they carry different types of breath. There are 10 types of breath, 5 pranas and 5 upapranas within your body. Prana resides in the heart and it operates the breath. Apana controls urination, stool passing, ejaculation and also rising of the kundalini. My voice that you are hearing is Udana. The movements of hands and legs is due to Vyana. And digestion happens because of Apana. Samana, sorry. Digestion happens because of Samana. In the same way, your eyes are blinking, you burp, you vomit, you sneeze, you cough, you get hurt and your body heals itself, clots itself, you go into coma. Your body pains, you break your knuckles. This happens because of the upapranas. The major prana which is responsible for your cure is known as Dhananjay. And Dhananjay and Vyanvayu are both interconnected. They are spread out throughout all your body. If your breath is rhythmatic, you can enhance this Dhananjay Vayu. Then there are liquids in your body which are again connected to your rhythm of the breath. 5 types of liquids and 5 upaliquids. Your blood, your urine, your spit, your sweat. Then there are 5 types of Agnis, 5 types of fire in your body. The Bhutagni, which controls, manages your temperature, body temperature. The Kamagni, which keeps your life going on, which helps you in reproduction. The Jataragni, which helps you in digesting your food. The Bhuvadagni, which makes you angry when someone insults you, or which makes you feel, guilty or low. That is known as Bhuvadagni. And the 5th is Premagni or Jnanagni. Again, they are again controlled by your vibrations. How to correct your breath? How to rhythmize your breath? That is very important. There are 5 tattvas. Prithvi, then after Prithvi is Jal or Aap. After Aap is Tej. After Tej is Vayu. And after Vayu is Avkash. These 5 tattvas are also present in these vibrations in subtle form. If the Akash Tattva is more, you will be meditating 24 hours. And anything, like I drop the mic, anything you hold will be dropped. All dunyadari kaam will be failed. When you are having Vayu Tattva, there will be little bit of eccentric behavior, madness. When there is Tej Tattva, your lifespan will decrease, there will be anger and passion. When there is Jala Tattva, you will be bubbly and happy. And when there is Prithvi Tattva, there will be Sthirta and bliss. So you must constantly strive to keep these elements in proportion. Maximum must be Prithvi Tattva, 5 counts.
No, maximum you said the Akash.
Akash is in the nature. See, this is your Surya Nadi, right? Left is your Chandra Nadi. In the day Surya comes, so you must use the Chandra Nadi. In the night Chandra comes, so you must use the Surya Nadi. You must go opposite. Maximum in this universe is Akash Tattva. So in your body maximum must be, in your breath maximum must be Prithvi Tattva. And Akash must be the minimum. Minimum is the Prithvi Tattva on this creation. So maximum must be Prithvi Tattva in your body. You must go opposite to the see, if you know Vastu, in India, northeast is Himalayas. So you must keep water and northeast lower, and southwest region is very low, almost towards the sea level. So in your house, southwest level must be higher. You must go opposite to the nature. And in the same way, Feng Shui is for China. It's not for India. So as per the Feng Shui, there are mountains in the southwest of China. So Feng Shui says that keep the southwest lower. And the northeast is lower. So they say that keep the northeast higher. Correct? So your body must work oppositely. If you use yellow color, eat sweet things, your Prithvi Tattva will increase. If you eat minty things like kakdi, gajar, Jala Tattva will improve in your body, it will increase. That is Apa Tattva. By eating spicy things, Teja Tattva will increase. By eating potatoes and khatti cheeze, salty things, Vayu Tattva will increase, and by eating bitter things, Akash Tattva will increase. Now, to give your answer in a more precise way, I will tell you that if you see in the existence, the food which increases Prithvi Tattva is more in the breath and in the nature. Then the minty things, kakdi gajar, is second. Spicy things are third highest. Khatti cheese are fourth highest, which is objectionable by the Jain religion and the Hindus to be eaten. They are known as tamasic. And kadvi cheese are very less. They are used as medicines. You get my point? Now, how to correct the rhythm of your breath? One is the Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. I hope everyone must be knowing it. Second is the Nadi Bhedan Pranayam, the same Nadi Shodhan Pranayam or the Nadi Sankraman Pranayam done with counts. You breathe in for 4 counts, hold your breath for 16 counts, release your air for 8 counts and hold it again for 4 counts. This is half round. Then the Mahanirvana Nadi Bhedan. Breathe in 8 counts, hold 32, out 16, hold 4. Then the Maha-Mahanirvana Nadi Bhedan. Breathe in for 16 counts, hold for 64 counts, out for 32 counts, hold for 4 counts. This way, if you keep practicing, this way if you keep going, your breath will become rhythmatic and you will be free from all the diseases.
Out of this 4, which one is the better?
You can start with Nadi Shodhan, then you can go to Nadi Bhedan, then you can go to Mahanirvan, then you can go to Maha-Mahanirvan. Slowly and gradually you can increase. If you know Nadi Sankraman or Nadi Bhedan, immediately you go to Maha-Mahanirvan, you won't be able to, you will exhaust yourself. So it is better to go by practice, slowly, dhire dhire. Then there is one more secret exercise. We might take 5-10 minutes more. So if you people want, I will explain it to you. So let us take 5-10 minutes more and let me explain you a secret exercise which is known as the Hansa Kriya. Hansa Kriya. It has been mentioned in very brief in the Vigyan Bhairav Agam, and it has been designed and elaborated by me. The Hansa Kriya. Anyone who practices this Hansa Kriya will always be happy, and if the person is able to practice it for 42 days without a break, with total devotion, he can also attain himself or herself. He can attain self-realization by that. And this is not only what I say, this is what even Lord Shiva says in the Vigyan Bhairavagam. He says 3 days, few days, he says, to be precise, not even 3 days, few days, in a couple of days he says, you will realize yourself. What is Hansa Kriya? What you will need to become equivalent to Ram, Krishna, Vishwamitra or Agastya or Vyas. 13 years of meditation, 6 hours a day. What they did by living in the jungle. That will make you a caliber of a saint. But we are so busy in our life that we don't have 6 hours for meditation. So before you sleep, you have to start this meditation and it will continue throughout your sleep. So if you sleep for 6 hours or 7 hours, 6 hours or 7 hours you will be not wasting in sleeping, but you will be meditating. Get my point? Now, you cannot chant Om in the night. You know that. Because A vibrates your stomach and your genital area, U vibrates your chest and Ma vibrates your head. And by the vibrations in the head, thought increase. And so you can't go to sleep if you are chanting Om in the night. So in the night you must chant Om in the Agam way or the way I am going to teach you. In the night you must take your breath in and chant Ho without the Ma, just Ho. Or you must chant the Agam Om, which is Ong. You must breathe in or you must just chant O, Ho without the Ma. When you chant Ho without the Ma or Ong, it vibrates your torso and your lower region. Then it will become easy for you to listen to the sound of your breath, because there are so many thoughts running in your head, in your mind, that it is impossible for you to listen to your own breath, which is exactly you, which is exactly your rhythm, which is exactly your swar, which is exactly your soul, your spirit. Your body is called you till your breath is present in it. So, the sound of the outgoing breath, see, is Han. And the sound of the incoming breath is Sa. See, try. So, lying down on your back, not crossing your hands or legs, keeping your palms open towards the ceiling. After chanting the Ho, when you are chanting Ho or Om, your back must be erect. You must sit on your bed and chant Ho or Om. After that you lie down. When you lie down, you must know that the blanket that you are wearing is the grace of divine. And the pillow is the lap of divine or your guru. And you must listen to the sound of your breath. First the outgoing breath and then the incoming breath. Hansa. Hansa. You must not try to breathe. Let the breath go by itself. And within few days, your tattvas will be balanced, your breath will be rhythmatic, and your health will be holistically healthy. When I say holistically healthy, I mean that you will be spiritually, mentally, and physically healthy. Wholly you will be healthy by the practice of Hansa Kriya. So this is one secret which has been designed by me and is given to you, and I believe that you people will practice it. Joy Gurudev, my pranam to the Ishwar, to the Shiva sitting within you. So, did you all like it?
Good.
Good?
Thank you.